Good morning, everyone. It's Sheriff Sugar here. I'm here to read Deputy Dorkface, How Sugaropolis Got Its Dessert Back. Today's story is by Kevin Janison. It's also the author that'll be coming to visit us this evening. Deputy Dorkface is my friend. Just ask him about Sheriff Sugar when you see him. Once upon a time, in the western region of Switzerland, there was a dessert lover's paradise, Sugaropolis, the sweetest town on earth. Sugar cane grew in every field all around town. The bakery baked delicious pies, cakes, and pastries. The donut hole boasted thousands of whole donuts and donut holes. And the 10,031 flavors advertised that many kinds of ice cream. The overwhelming and tantalizing aroma of yummy sweets drifted in every direction. Yummy! At the Dessert First Diner, guests could spin the wheel of frosting before and after dinner to win a free dessert. The wheel was filled with pictures of pies, ice cream, sundaes, cookies, cakes, and shakes. Lucky diners waited eagerly for the arrow to point to the sweet additions to their meal. On a Candy Cane Lane, Carly and Haley enjoyed freshly made chocolate cream pie. Over on Rocky Road, Andrew and Kyle stuck their fingers in vanilla icing on the marble cake that Kyle's mom had baked. Yummy! In Sugaropolis, dessert was special. For years, everyone, especially the kids, couldn't wait to get past the meatloaf and green peas to gobble up sweets of every kind. Life for the Sugary Town's residents were extremely tasty until strange things began to occur in the community. Last Saturday, a Little League player running from second to third dropped in his tracks and sprawled out for a snooze. Over on the school playground, kids were playing hopscotch, and mysteriously, their teeth fell right out of their mouth. The 100-yard dash turned into a stroll that lasted for 30 minutes. The annual Sugaropolis swimming pool cannonball competition produced a flash flood. At the high school dance, the two-step was reduced to one, and the school had to be extended for 6:30 p.m. because the students needed a nap to get through their day. Finally, the parents reported a shocking discovery. The kids didn't have enough energy to play video games. Their thumbs were too tired. One evening, Dylan Dorkface, son of Deputy Dorkface, told Mama Dorkface that he was just too full to finish his dinner. However, just minutes later, Dylan said to his mom, "What's for dessert?" "Too full for dinner, but plenty of room for dessert." What's going on here, thought Deputy Dorkface as the town's only official. The deputy knew that he had to do something. So he jammed his deputy hat on his head, not quite straight, and raced out the door. As always, most Sugaropolians were glued to the chocolate channel on Switzerland cable TV. Suddenly, the volume lowered, followed by 3 long beeps. Beep, beep, beep. The deputy's face filled the screen. Whoa! It filled the screen. He cleared his throat and produced a special announcement. "This Deputy Dorkface here with an emergency bulletin for the health, safety, and well-being of all Sugaropolians. It has come to my attention that the young people of Sugaropolis are not behaving like regular kids. So, to return Sugaropolis to the city it once was, I officially proclaim, herewhere under thereby from this day forthwith, all desserts, candies, sodas, cookies, ice cream, shakes, and cakes are banned." We now continue to our regularly scheduled program. Uh-oh. No more yummy. Moans and groans erupted from homes all over the city. Kids ran to the kitchen for their last bites of sweet treats before the dessert police came to collect their goodies. Residents caught concealing candy, cakes, and other assorted desserts were sentenced to 1 year of eating only cauliflower with eggplant and mustard. Yuck. Shocked and upset, the kids ran outside into the streets. By 8 p.m., a mob of young Sheridan arrived at their secret clubhouse in the trees of Peppermint Park. The kids' shouts and loud exclamations drowned out Haley, who tried to call the meeting to order. "This is not fair. I'm never going to eat again. My mom put birthday candles on liver. Cauliflower with mustard. Ick. Oh, yeah? Well, after dinner, I got frozen pig knuckles. I don't want to eat a bunch of vegetation. All we have are beans. Baked beans, green beans, black beans, pimento beans, lima beans, soy beans, and refried beans." Haley banged the gavel and yelled above the clamor, "This emergency meeting of Kids Sugaropolis must come to order. Calm down. We need ideas to get our dessert back." Yep. Absolutely. "Oh, yes, please," shouted the young overflow of crowd packed into the treehouse. The super secret gathering lasted for more than 1 hour. When the kids left the meeting, they wore their determined faces. They all wanted to seize their desserts back again. Outside the clubhouse, Carly nailed the declaration to the tree. It was signed by all the kids, and it said this: "We can't live without sweets. We want our desserts. We can't do this. We, the kids of Sugaropolis, declare war. We declare a food fight. You have been warned." When the sun rose the very next morning, the day seemed quiet, peaceful, and normal. But when the last school bell rang, something was very different. First, the students achieved the highest scores on their math tests. Then the kids ran home from school with more energy than before. It was energy that kids soon put to mischievous use. While Deputy Dorkface was out on patrol, his vehicle was abruptly T-boned by T-bone. He jumped out of his car to find culprits, and another group of kids peppered him with pepper. Deputy Dorkface screamed, "I'll get you, kids! I'll throw you in the slammer!" The deputy rushed to his car to call his fellow officers. Then the kids stretched their bubble gum around the car. He was stuck. When the Sugaropolis police cruisers arrived, they couldn't avoid falling and exploding watermelons being launched from the roof of a nearby building. One policeman slammed on his brakes so hard that the airbags deployed. But the kids had filled the airbags with, you wouldn't believe this, with marshmallow cream. Just lots and lots of sticky marshmallow cream in the airbags. Oh, mercy. So, it was a sticky, sugary mess, exploded all over the officers. He could hardly move, and everything he touched stuck to him. The food fight lasted for 2 hours. Even Dylan Dorkface joined the melee. He loaded the fire hydrant with chocolate syrup and sprayed his dad until he resembled a hot fudge sundae. The deputy was not amused. Some kids used slingshots to catapult tomatoes at Deputy Dorkface. Others, well, they used licorice. They used licorice and candy canes for bows and arrows. The fracas turned into a complete mess. The National Guard came in helicopters. Kids were surrounded and trapped, and now they were in big, big trouble. The perpetrators of the biggest, gooeyest mess of Sugaropolis had ever seen were rounded up in the town square. One by sticky one, the kids were loaded into a huge paddy wagon and taken to the police station. Deputy Dorkface let the kids sit in jail for a while to think about what they'd done. At the same time, a large crowd of concerned parents gathered outside. The moms and dads were really angry, and the kids knew that while they were in trouble now, that was nothing compared to the big, big trouble that they would have when they were released, if they were released. After what felt like a really long time behind bars, it was only 15 minutes. Several kids asked if they could speak with Deputy Dorkface. The deputy, wiping off the food that had been thrown his way, had sticky caramel in his hair. Said, "Why should I listen to you?" "Because I have an idea," announced an embarrassed Carly, who had pelted the police officer with chocolate kisses. But it got very quiet at the station while the kids apologized and proposed their ideas. They hoped Sugaropolis would turn to the sweet but healthy city it had been before Deputy Dorkface had to ban dessert. Kyle offers, what happens if we eat more salad? Then the other kids piped up with their own suggestion. Deputy Dorkface listened. Just salad? What about a pound of asparagus every day? No way! What about 2 carrots? Andrew countered with the 2 carrots. 2 carrots? Are you crazy? It will have to be 6 avocados. Let's see what else. An onion. Oh, let's see. Zucchini. And eggplant. Are you crazy? Oh, inside the station, the negotiations were tense. But the kids listened, and they found something that was convincing. I think we can do this. And finally, after 6 hours of talking, they came to an agreement. It was well past midnight when the Deputy Dorkface and the kids walked out of the office together with an agreement. And this was the announcement. We, the kids of Sugaropolis, hereby agree to eat 75% of our dinner, which includes 80% of our vegetables and 50% of any additional side dish before we are eligible for dessert. We will exercise and play every day, and we agree to help clean up after dinner. Also, we will, one of her friends jabbed her in the side, enough already. The crowd and onlookers and kids cheered. Excitement and children raced into the arms of their weary parents. Moms and dads were happy that their children were back, but the kids were still grounded for their part in the food fight. And from that day on, families of Sugaropolis exercised and played together, and sweets tasted even sweeter when they were followed by a healthy meal. The day the kids stopped being grounded, they brought a special treat to Deputy Dorkface. What is this? The deputy asked suspiciously. I can't eat sweets before my dinner. But Dad, explained Dylan Dorkface, it's carrot cake. Yummy.